Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to share this deck with you folks today. This one is called Mutation Domination. And you may notice that some of the cards here are a little bit on the older side, but that's okay. I still like sharing these decks because these decks a lot of times have the older cards that you probably have all of already, right? That's the advantage with some of these older cards, right? You've had a long time to collect them, so you probably have all these cards and you can make this deck right away. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about what we have here. Now, this deck, as I mentioned, is Mutation Domination. And what I'll show you real quick is this mutation ability. The whole deck kind of revolves around this ability, right? So mutation, destroy the first 3 different creature cards from your library. I'll click on this. It says, this ability triggers whenever you reinforce this creature by casting a card if it has a mutation. All right, you'll see what I mean when you watch the video. What we're going to try to do is either get Otrimi down, or we're going to get a creature down and then play Otrimi as a mutation. If you don't know about the mutation, that's okay. We'll show you in the video. All right, here's the big thing that you have to know. When this creature deals damage, of course, this combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, return the first creature card from your graveyard into your hand. It gains full mana. Okay. The reason that we bring up all of this, right, is we have some creatures here. Kinnan, return Centaur. We're going to put those down. We're going to try to get Otrimi down as well. We're going to try to load up these 2 with that mutation ability. So every time we get some damage on the opponent, these guys are going to get bigger and bigger, okay? I'll show you exactly what I mean. But really quickly, let's just go over what these guys are. All right, so Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy is one of the better cards from the original Kiora set. I'll read it to you here. It says, at the beginning of your turn, for each color among non-token cards you control, your mana bonus in that color is increased by 1 until the end of your turn. That's nice. The big part is this part here. Activate 2 blue or green. Fetch the first non-human creature from your library. It gains full mana. All right, so non-humans, what we're going to be able to pull is Otrimi again, which is absolutely what we need, as we talked about, and the Return Centaur. Return Centaur is a nice one. You can choose another guy for this if you want, but what I suggest is going with the Return Centaur because you get a little bit of black conversion there, okay? So that's kind of important. You want to have the black conversion. You see how important it is because we have 2 cards here that are going to convert to black, another one here that converts to black. Praga Mauling has this land forming ability. You make a horizontal swap, you use this ability here, use this stuff here for the card, and you'll be able to put down another land, and that's going to get you more black, right? So you can see exactly what we're talking about. We're trying to get a ton of black gems out on the board, and the reason for it is you're going to want to be able to use this Reclaim Zendikon ability. All right, this particular deck, as you can see, is for Nissa Shadowed Bows. And the reason that we kind of want to make sure we use Nissa for this is we have this Reclaim Zendikon ability. All right, so I'll read it to you real quick. If you don't have this one, you can just kind of pay attention to the video. All right, create a Reclaim Zendikon token. It says when you cast a creature, return the first creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That creature gets XX, gains Berserker, and gains X mana. X is the number of black gems. So you can see why we want a ton of black gems, right? Because it's going to help us to get free mana that's going to be able to put down free creatures. That's going to be able to give us more free creatures. That's going to help us to get more free mana on these free creatures, so forth and so on. And I'm hoping to show that this is going to be almost like an infinite loop kind of deck where we just have the mutations from Otrimi, building our creatures huge, big, nasty, the whole works. All right, so let's hope that we can see that in the gameplay. We're gonna have to cross our fingers with this one because this one is a little bit unsteady, a little bit unstable, but once it gets going, it's completely nasty. There we go. We got Kinnan first, and we also have the Return Centaur. That's excellent. For those of you that don't have Nissa Shadow of the Bows, this is the mana bonus area here. You can see that you'll get some for the blue, get a little more for the green and the black. So that's what we'll try to do. Try to get that green and the black. Hopefully we don't have to use too much of the black because we want to make sure we conserve that. As I'm watching, I'm seeing some greens that are still open. That's great. That's what we want. All right, Castle Locked Lane there. There we go. Kinnan is out. Kinnon's nice, as we talked about, because he's got a good ability that's going to help us to get some free stuff. Free stuff is always good in this game, folks. And we don't have exactly what we wanted there, but that's fine. All right, tell you what, we'll go with this. Castle Lothwain, then Ruinous Ultimatum, which is just probably one of the best defensive cards that have ever been built. Okay, at this point, we'll go like this. Trying to work our way to this area here where we can start to free up these activate gems. There we go. Those are the vampires that make this card here so nasty. I'm gonna have to do something about that quite soon. Castle Lothwain. Okay, I think we'll go like this. And we'll see what else we can do. We really would like to get some things down here going. Grappling Hook's a nice one. It gives that double strike that we like so much. It also helps you to play some defense by getting some creatures to block. Excellent, excellent card there. Alright, so the opponent is building up their vampire army here. That gets to be quite dangerous for us, but you know what? We got some good cards here that's going to be able to help us. Now, what we're looking for really is we're trying to get a horizontal match, right? So if we get a horizontal match, we'll be able to use this land forming ability. Land forming is one of those really nice abilities, but it's just kind of one that you have to be familiar with. There we go. Let's use that. There we go. And there's the land forming ability. It just brought us that one particular land there. And Grappling Hook, gonna be able to take out this creature there. So awesome. Some good defense there, as you can see. Now we can get back to making sure we can use Kinnon the way that we were hoping to use him. Okay, Otrimi. Tell you what, we'll move Ruinous Ultimatum down. At this point, let's take a look. We can go here. I really would like to have matched these guys, but you know what? We don't have it in us right now, so okay. That's all we can do. Tons of free mana there for the opponent. It's usually not good for us. We would like to be the ones with the free mana. Alright, so here's what I was talking about with the mutation, right? You can say, I want to play this as a creature. I want to play it as a mutation. In this case, I'll play it as a mutation so that it gives this guy the ability to use that Otrimi ability that he has, right? That mutation ability. The mutation ability, oh, and we got exiled. The mutation ability there is basically whenever you attack, you'll be able to bring a creature into the battlefield, right? So that does help us a lot. Kinnon, let's see. Okay, we'll go with Otrimi again. Definitely like that card. And as I'm looking, we don't have a ton of great stuff that's going to be available to us, it looks like. We'll go with this, and we'll see if we can get some of the mana on the creature that we need. And it's about partly filled there, so that's awesome. And there you send them back to the hand. I should have remembered that they do that. Anyway, here we go. We're going to see that this deck is a really good deck. Okay, I tell you what, we'll hit this Reclaim Zendikon ability. You can see what it does. It's definitely one of those abilities that's going to help you, right? We'll go like this. Again, we'll play Otrimi. And I think we'll make it easy on ourselves like this. Okay, Kinnon's coming down. He's going to have the double strike. Mutation. There we are. And what's happening here, you're starting to see that we're getting all of these things for free, right? All of these creatures for free, and that's part of what this deck does. You start loading up on mana, and I'm going to get rid of one of these here. You know what? We'll leave that there. Okay, I like it. Now you're going to be able to see how this deck works. The Return Centaur comes out. That's going to convert some mana to green. I'm sorry, black. We're gonna set up Otrimi as Mutation. There we are. Castle Lock Lane. Otrimi again. Return Centaur. What we really want to do is have a lot of black gems on the board, as I mentioned. We don't have as much as we would like, but you know, we got enough there that it's starting to show off that chain reaction, that semi-infinite loop, right, that we talked about. Of course, it's definitely going to help us here. It's that mutation domination, as I was talking about. There we go. Now we got it pretty much completely flowing nicely. This is going to go on for a little while, so I'm going to hit that fast forward button here, and you'll see that this deck is just moving along real nice. All right, here's the fast forward button. There you go, guys. Pretty cool stuff, as you can see. I'm going to stop it here, and really you can see that this is going to go on for hours and hours, really, right? Because he's got that ability to just keep chain reaction, kind of drawing creatures into the board there. And you can see, yeah, this one has been over for a while, just because he's got that ability there. I'm going to turn these guys off because we don't really need them. They got a nice big buff. They got the Berserker here, as you can see. But again, yeah, this one's over. We're not worried about this one. You guys, so yeah, we hope you guys liked the video. That's all from us today, folks. Like and subscribe, it helps the channel. Share with all your friends. That's it from me, guys. Good gaming.